What's up? What's up? You already know this is Punch Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself. Ladies and gentlemen, legendary UK fighter Nigel Benn, the Dog Destroyer, father of Conor Ben, that's going to be facing Chris Eubank Jr. this Saturday, stated that Conor Ben stopped William Scull. William Scull, the IBF super middleweight champion, is going to be facing Canelo Alvarez on May 3rd. You don't believe me? Let Nigel Benn tell you himself. Shout out to IFL TV.
Walked in the gym, it was this guy called William Scull.
Right, in Canelo?
Right, hold on a minute. And he was sparring in like round 4 or 5. In round 8, Conor put it on him. William Scull, Conor put it on him. He couldn't even come out for the 8th round. How can you go and stop champion who's fighting Canelo the following week?
On that rehab season card, in which a lot of people don't know too much about William Scull. He's undefeated. Barely fought a lot of 10 round, barely fought any 12 rounders and things of that nature. A lot of people didn't even know who the hell he was. Canelo Alvarez didn't even know who the hell he was. I didn't know as a hardcore boxing fan who the hell he was. When we heard the name William Scull, everybody in the boxing world was Googling like crazy. You know what I'm saying? I tried to Google William Scull, and then a picture of William Shakespeare's skull came out. Huh? Shit. My mama got more Twitter followers than William Scull, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. We understand that Canelo Alvarez is facing William Scull just so Turkey Al Sheikh wants Canelo Alvarez to get that belt back so he could put that on the line versus Terrence Bill Crawford this September, for Terrence Bill Crawford to get an opportunity to become a 3-division undisputed world champion. But anyway, Conor Ben stopping William Scull. I could believe it. I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of people say, well, it's just sparring, and sometimes whatever happened in sparring do not come through fruition and things of that nature. Let's not forget that Mike Tyson even got knocked down in sparring. I think a lot of people have gotten hurt, have gotten knocked down in sparring, lost to fighters that you think that they're gonna lose to or beat them in a real fight. I think that Canelo Alvarez is gonna do a number on William Scull. I think that Canelo Alvarez is gonna. I want to say stop, but if we truly look at Canelo Alvarez, he didn't stop John Ryder. He didn't stop Jamel Charlo. He didn't stop Edgar Berlanga. He didn't stop Jaime Munguia. So I'm not sure. I'm not going to be safe to say that Canelo Alvarez is going to stop William Scull. I think that these other guys got probably better experience, most of them, in my opinion, than William Scull, even though that he's holding the belt. But even how he got the belt was like, it's nothing special. That's why I called him not really a champion. For me, he's a title holder. Because we all know that Canelo Alvarez is the 4th-division world champion, super middleweight, undisputed, and he never lost the strap in the 168-pound division. So, I think Conor Ben, and speaking about Conor Ben, I mean, he's a 147-pounder, going to be moving to the 160-pound, two division up, versus Chris Eubank Jr. Chris Eubank Jr. is a 168-pounder that's going to be moving down to 160, and they're going to be in a rehydration clause in which he cannot pass 170 pounds. So, man, there's going to be a lot of disadvantages, advantages. I understand I understand Chris Eubank Sr. in terms of his distaste for this fight and how is this fight coming through fruition in terms of weight, right? You see, there's a lot of danger in that fight, and there's a lot of people that's agreeing with Chris Eubank Sr. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can't say that he's wrong. The only thing that I feel like he's wrong in is not being in his son's corner. You know what I'm saying? Just because he don't want to do what you want to do, you're not going to be in your son's corner. That's not fair. You feel me? You got to be your father, 100%. He's not doing anything bad. He's not truly disrespecting you. You know what I'm saying? He's not verbally saying a lot of crazy stuff that he be saying about his own son publicly, saying that he's disgraceful and things of that nature. That's not fair to your son. But hopefully he be in his corner, because in the end of the day, the only reason why this fight is big with Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Ben is because of the fathers. So if Chris Eubank Sr. is not even blessing his son to get this event and this fight, what is he really truly doing it for? For the money? So ain't looking right. But shout out to Nigel Benn for sticking with his son through thick and thin, representing fatherhood, representing his son, representing his name. So shout out to Nigel Benn. But Conor Ben, the reason why I do agree with Chris Eubank Sr. is because the same feeling, the same sentiment that he feels about the fight with his son is the same way I feel about this Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford. Terrence Bud Crawford is truly moving up 3 division up. I know he fought Mazurov in the 154-pound division, but let's be real, let's be honest. He ain't look this special. He looked like an ordinary fighter. As a matter of fact, that he arguably even lost that fight to a 10-0 guy who truly never fought nobody, not a former champion. He's not a former champion, and he wasn't a champion in the first place. So when we saw Terrence Bud Crawford struggling with him, why would anybody think that he could go up to 168 and face the king, Canelo Alvarez? You know what I'm saying? I'm not just saying that. I'm not saying it because I don't want to see Terrence Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez not get the bag. It's not that. I think that I like when fighters do get compensated very well because they do risk their lives, right? Yeah, at the end of the day, the same way that Chris Eubank Sr. feels about his son, I truly feel about the situation with his son. I feel the same way with Bud and Canelo. Nobody's talking about the health. You know what I'm saying? Like, Canelo Alvarez could really do damage on this guy. You know what I'm saying? If he does what people believe he's not going to do, because people want to compare what the style of Jermell Charlo, who was the 154-pound undisputed champion, and he was a knockout artist, and people saying that, oh, well, Crawford is not going to fight like Jermell Charlo. Canelo Alvarez forced to fight, to make Jermell Charlo fight that fight, and that was the way that the best way that he could have done to survive. When Jermell Charlo is saying that he can't feel none of my punches, you know what I'm saying? What you think that Bud Crawford's going to be doing? Unless he's going to be on that snackety snack, elevated snackety snack that's not even on the shelf, that is going to be created just for this fight. Maybe that, I don't know. But for all jokes aside, I think that all money ain't good money. You know what I'm saying? If Bud Crawford is not going to use his foot and trying to get away like Jermell Charlo, and he try to truly go toe to toe, he try to have cojones like Thomas Hearns, he's gonna get stopped in 3 rounds. Gonna get stopped and he's gonna get hurt. Canelo Alvarez have the ability, if you really commit, you got the ability to make you eat from a straw. I'll tell you that. But anyway, man, let me know what y'all think. I know sparring is sparring, but as of late, this era does like sparring stories, right? We talked about the Javante Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson, Tank versus Haney, T.O. versus Tank, you know what I'm saying, Loma versus Shakur, Triple G, Canelo, Oscar De La Hoya, Julio Cesar Chavez, Thurman, Porter. Those sparring stories, I think that we like those stories as well. So Conor Ben, the little guy, stopping William Scull, tells you everything that we need to do, because let's be honest, Conor Ben is not a champion. He's not an elite fighter. So him stopping William Scull, it tells you everything you know about what we're gonna see by William Scull. I think that Canelo Alvarez is gonna stop him and beat the crap out of him. Let me know what y'all think. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. God bless you. Love y'all. God bless, and on to the next.